Cowboys Nation, I need y'all to stop what you're doing for a second, because this is real. The Dallas Cowboys are in the final stages of potentially adding another major piece to this defense. And I'm talking about a player who would be an absolute steal because he's still on the free agent market, even though he's one of the most solid veterans at his position in the entire league. This is the type of move that can stabilize the unit, bring leadership, fix a position of need, and finally get this defense playing the complementary football we all expected after the trade deadline. Before I reveal who it is, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, and if you love the Dallas Cowboys the way I do, hit subscribe and help us reach our brand new goal of 12,000 subscribers. We're growing like crazy, and every single one of you makes a difference. Alright, let's talk about this potential signing because it fits perfectly with what this team needs right now.
I think things are in Philadelphia, not bad at all. This is the best team, one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yeah, it feels like a small world problem when your team has lost like 3 in a row, like some of us, right? Okay, let's go to the Dallas Cowboys because I remember when Schottenheimer was hired as this coach, it wasn't the big flashy name and some people were kind of disappointed, but we have to give credit to him in his first year here as head coach and how the players are responding to him. A lot of the times it is all on Dak. It's all on the offense. I'm eager to see on the other side of the ball how Quinnen Williams fits in. But Breach, what is the grade for the Dallas Cowboys as we're midway through the season here?
Well, I'm going to split it up into 2 grades. I'm throwing you guys a curveball here. I'm giving the Cowboys a C-. I'm giving Jerry Jones an F. Because we all know what happened at the beginning of the season. Jerry Jones decided to trade Micah Parsons away. And, well, when you trade your best defensive player away less than 2 weeks before week 1, there are going to be some consequences. And there have absolutely been some consequences this season. The Cowboys are 3-5-1. And the reason for that is because their defense has been so bad. We're looking at the graphic there. They're giving up 30.8 points per game. That's the 3rd most in Cowboys history. That's the 2nd most in the NFL this year, ahead of only the Bengals. So that's just not impressive. And if your defense is giving up more than 30 points a game, that puts so much pressure on your offense that there is no margin for error. They have to be perfect at all times. And as good as Dak Prescott is, it is difficult to be perfect at all times. So the fact that Cowboys have been able to win some games, they got that tie in there, and the offense has looked good, is canceled out by the fact the defense has been so bad. So that's why I want the C- for Dallas, F for Jerry.
I don't think I've ever done a grading segment where we've split up the grade for the team and then the owner. So putting a little plot twist in there for us, Breach. Ryan, where are you at when it comes to the Cowboys? What's your grade?
Yeah, somehow Breach and I agree. Again, C-. I didn't give Jerry Jones a grade. Look, I understand the F that Breach gave him. I'll give him an A from the P.T. Barnum School if there's no such thing as bad publicity, because that seems to be all he cares about, because we continue to talk about the Cowboys. By the way, they did tie the Packers, and that might be the highlight thus far, even though they have 3 wins. Those 3 wins came against the Giants and the Jets and the Commanders. Combined, they have 6 wins, I believe. Not great. So, again, this offense has been so high-powered that they can't even come close to beating a team with a winning record. The best they can do is tie the Packers. And as Breach noted, the whole preseason debacle with Micah Parsons and trading him, that's great for all the draft capital you get, but you're wasting a year of the players currently playing at a high level on offense, and I don't know if Quinnen Williams is going to magically solve all the defensive issues, and we just saw in that graphic how many points they're giving up. So C-, and the arrow appears to be pointing down because I don't think the defense is going to get magically better over the second half of the season.
It's funny because these 2 different grades for Jerry Jones, I feel like represents just how polarizing he is as an individual to the football community. It's either an A or it's an F, depending on your perspective, right? Let's make our way down here through the division, talking about the Commanders.
Game against the spread. Only 2 teams on byes this week, the Colts and the Saints. Got some really big-time matchups. Seahawks and Rams for first place in the NFC West. Chiefs at Broncos on Sunday Nighter.
Ooh, legacy programs.
Cowboys raiding. This is the Cowboys' first game since making those trades for Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson. They are 3.5-point favorites in Vegas, where they might have maybe more fans than the Raiders. It'll be interesting.
It will be interesting. Look, getting Quinnen Williams is a good move for the Cowboys. I just don't know if it's a great move for this year because they're in such a hole and they have so many problems on that defense. But he's going to help them. He's a good player against the run. He can push the pocket. And when you look at the Raiders, I don't think the Raiders are very good. They haven't played very well, and Geno Smith has not played well at all. And so from that standpoint, look, Bowers is back. That's tough to defend him. I get it, but I'm going to take the Cowboys because I think Dak Prescott will put up some big numbers in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the Cowboys as well. Offensively, you can't argue with the fact that, for the most part, Dak Prescott shows up and does his job. And we were talking about some of the moves. Logan Wilson in particular is one that doesn't jump off the screen. But to me, I played against Logan Wilson. He wore a C on his chest in Cincinnati. He was a captain at one point. I know he wasn't the guy for them this year, but to bring a guy like that into your locker room, it's a big-time culture move. You talked about Quinn Williams as well. The way that guy practices, the way that he prepares, the way that he plays the run, I think it bleeds into everybody else on that defense. And you hear the defensive line coach this week talk about having a star like that is really no nonsense. And all ball, that matters. So I've got the Cowboys in this one.
Sports line percentage chance for the Cowboys to make the playoffs right now? Guess.
3%.
7.
8. Kyle wins.
Well, he won.
8% chance for the Dallas Cowboys to make it. Got to start right now and got to put a long winning streak together, and the schedule is not easy. Recapping the prime time and international picks, and it's agreements all over the board.
Wow.
Kyle, you want to jump on that over Commanders Dolphins as well? Join Pete?
No, I think I'm good. I'm going to stay under with that one. Dolphins scored too much last.
Overseas.
That's not good. That's not good.
Best bets.
Not for business.
We're tied, Chris.
How am
I got that going for me. Yeah, you were so good with your best bets last.
How are you below the producer?
That's crazy.
Well, because they're exotic. They get exotic.
Very exotic.
Is it this week?
A lot of ball left.
It is somewhat exotic this week. It's never normal.
Okay.
Ever. But Pete?
The Cowboys already made noise at the NFL trade deadline. And let's give credit where it's due. Jerry Jones went big. Quinnen Williams, one of the top interior disruptors in football, Logan Wilson, a linebacker with real sideline-to-sideline range and leadership. Those are franchise-changing defensive additions. On top of that, we're finally going to see DeMarvion Overshown make his long-awaited 2025 debut after coming off PUP. Cowboys fans have been waiting a year and a half to see that kid fly around again, but even with all these reinforcements, there is still a major hole on this defense. Safety. Malik Hooker is on IR, and let's be honest, the starting safety group's play has just not been good enough. Missed assignments, inconsistent angles, poor run fits. It's been one of the soft spots holding this defense back. And that leads us to today's news. According to Fansided's Mark Powell, the Dallas Cowboys have been named a possible landing spot for two-time Pro Bowler Justin Simmons, one of the top veteran safeties still available on the market. Let me repeat that. A two-time Pro Bowler, four-time All-Pro, still sitting in free agency. And the Cowboys may be in the mix. How is he still available? That's the crazy part. Simmons is 31, turning 32 soon, and yeah, his last stop with the Atlanta Falcons didn't quite work out, but that doesn't erase what he still brings to the table. What Simmons still does at a high level, versatility, can play free safety, box safety, even slot snaps. Elite run support. Once considered one of the best run-stopping safeties of his era. Smart, high IQ defender, takes great angles and communicates extremely well. Still strong in coverage. And check this out. Last season, he allowed 59.5% completion rate, 81.9 passer rating allowed. Both marks were among the best of his career. This is not a washed-up veteran. This is a guy who can start for multiple teams right now. Dallas ranks near the top of the league in rushing yards allowed, which sounds good, but that's largely because teams don't need to run when the Cowboys secondary is giving up chunk plays, broken coverages, and struggling with communication. Hooker's injury left a huge leadership gap. Jaron Kearse hasn't been the same player since 2022. Donovan Wilson has been inconsistent, and the young safeties not ready yet. Meanwhile, you're trying to compete in a conference with Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Kyler Murray. You cannot survive with safety play that is just okay. Justin Simmons brings stability, awareness, and experience. Three things this defense desperately needs behind Micah Parsons, Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, and Trevon Diggs. If Dallas wants to truly make this defense complete, Simmons is the move. This is the part Cowboys fans need to pay attention to. Justin Simmons being a free agent right now is ridiculous. And it means one thing, you are getting him for far below his true value. The Cowboys wouldn't need to give up draft picks. They wouldn't need to restructure major contracts. No massive cap hit. Just a smart, low-risk, high-upside signing for a guy who has 2 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pro selections, 30 career interceptions, over 50 passes defended, and one of the highest football IQs of any safety in the league. At this point in the season, with Dallas sitting behind in both the NFC East and wildcard standings, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If Simmons still has even 80% of what he used to bring, he would be a massive upgrade. Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you. Would you sign Justin Simmons right now? Do you think he still has enough juice left to help this defense? Or should the Cowboys roll with what they've got? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading everything. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Dallas Cowboys Today. Help us hit 12,000 subscribers. I'm Victor. This is Dallas Cowboys Today. And trust me, what if the Cowboys actually land this guy? We're going live the second it happens. Can it?